up, Cowboys Nation? This is Osa. I can't wait for the season to get started, get playing with you guys, get on the field, and represent the star. You guys be sure to go check out Jay Tuck and subscribe to the Cowboys Fans Only, and keep doing your thing, bro.
Doing Cowboys Nation, it's Kelvin Joseph. I can't wait for the season to get started. Be sure you check out Jay Tuck. Subscribe to his channel. Keep shining. The sky's the limit. You know the vibe. Stop playing.
What's up, CFO gang? It's your boy Jay Tuck, and you are now tuned into the Cowboys Fans Only channel. So if you're new, do your boy a huge favor, comment, like, subscribe, somewhere down there, somewhere down there, somewhere down there. And be sure to turn that notification bell to stay updated with all Dallas Cowboys content. CFO fam, I'm ecstatic right now, y'all. I am so happy. Today I felt it. I'm drunk off the Kool-Aid. I got my Kool-Aid. It is officially Cowboy season, y'all. And we have been going through so many of these late nights and shows and, having so many different videos and conversations. We are finally here, man. So to actually see camp, to see our boys out there getting ready to start off for this 2021 season, I felt good. I didn't have a live stream planned tonight, but I said, damn it, I got to go live and talk to the fam, man, because I had a lot of great takeaways. I had a few people kind of reaching out to me, letting me know what's going on. So I want to share that information with you. But before we get started, gotta wish our girl Shanda a very happy, special birthday. Happy birthday to you, Shanda. She's one of our big supporters here in the CFO gang. So she has the same birthday as Ezekiel Elliott, Shawn Michaels. So today is a good day on July 22nd. So Shanda, happy birthday to you. And salute to everybody in the chat. Chris, what's going on, bro? I see you. The boys are back in town. Byron, what's going on? Let the countdown begin. Yes, we are officially here. Jesse, it's your birthday too, right? Right, I think it's Jesse's birthday, y'all, so definitely wish Shanda and Jesse happy birthday. We're having a CFO birthday extravaganza right now. I see my girl Rika moving the chains in the building. Mendoza, what's going on? But like I said, y'all, I wanted to take a quick second to hop online, talk to you guys about what I saw today at camp, because if you wasn't following me on Twitter, I say, why? You should be following me on Twitter at JTuck151. But, I had a few people. Shouts out to my guy West Coast. He was there in the building, and I had someone else there who will remain anonymous, right? You don't want to give up all your sources, but they were sending me tons of insight, tons of videos, and so people were watching my Twitter like, damn, Tuck, are you there? Because I was like, boom, Nation Wright, intercept, like I was already ahead of the curve of the people who was actually there because I was getting great insight. So I want to take that and share that with you guys for some of you guys who weren't able to kind of catch on and tune in today because people got very busy lives. You can't always keep track of what's going on. But the first thing I want to dive into was Mike McCarthy. He had a press conference today earlier before practice started. And this was, as a Cowboys fan, this is the type of press conference I want. I just want to hear from the coach, right? I don't want to hear Jerry. I don't want to hear Steven up there chucking. I just want to hear football stuff from the coach, the real man in charge of the team, Mike McCarthy. That's who I want to hear from. So they put out the injury report today. A few notable names on that list, and I'll share that list here shortly as we kind of transition into camp. But DeMarcus Lawrence was one of the big names. He wasn't practicing today, and a lot of people panicked. Now, DeMarcus Lawrence is in Oxnard. He's there in California, so you don't need to be too alarmed. But Mike McCarthy had stated that DeMarcus Lawrence had got some postseason cleanup on his back. And so it's nothing to be alarmed. DeMarcus Lawrence will be ready to go for the season. I'm not sure how long he's going to be out camp-wise, but Mike McCarthy was stating there's no real need to be concerned at this time in regards to DeMarcus Lawrence and his back issues. There was no drastic surgery. It's really just clean-up procedural things that he did after the season, kind of like Tyron Smith had, to make sure that he's a fully healthy going into the 2021 season. Another name who I've spoken about, frequently on this channel, and we wasn't hearing much about this kid, right? Trysten Hill. Trysten Hill, but he wasn't hearing much about the status of Trysten Hill. And I kept asking, like, does anybody know what's the status on Trysten Hill? So it seems like, according to Mike McCarthy, you know, he is going to be the longest rehab, Trysten Hill. Now, how long will that be? He really didn't dive into deep on that, but he said that Trysten Hill's on schedule. Now, from an ACL injury happened October, we're in July, and he's still not ready to go. And so shouts out to my guy Marcus Jones, aka Bluff in the house. We talked about this on the show the other night. Trysten Hill is on an uphill battle, right? And if he's unable to kind of get healthy and go into camp and get these reps and get these looks, I'm not really sure what that's going to mean for Trysten Hill in his future here for the Dallas Cowboys. So that's something we definitely want to keep our eye on, is the health status of Trysten Hill and when he's actually going to return. Because according to Mike McCarthy, he's going to be delayed the longest out of everybody on the actual injury list. Another guy who didn't practice today was Coop. Right, Amari Cooper did not practice today. Mike McCarthy said, don't be alarmed. It's just some wear and tear on that ankle. Now, we're starting to hear a lot. We're starting to hear a lot, fan, when it comes to Amari Cooper and this kind of ankle injury. So, you know, what's really going on, we don't know. You know, he kind of, you know, shoved it off like, hey, we'll leave that to the medical and Amari Cooper to speak on that. You know how Mike McCarthy does. But that's something we definitely want to keep our eye on, is the health of Amari Cooper and this ankle, because he had some ankle injuries in the past. You can kind of know that. So you don't want to go into the season limping and lingering with these ankle injuries, because they can always be an issue. But if that is the case, we do have other wide receivers in house. And so, you know, don't be alarmed when it comes to the injury of Amari Cooper, according to the coach. Right, but that's something we definitely want to keep our eye on. The next thing that they dove into, like I said, happy birthday Ezekiel Elliott, 21 Savage, 21, right? Today is Zeke's birthday, right? So Mike McCarthy said they were having some fun with Zeke, and you know, he spoke extremely highly on So I guess I believe the Blues 365 said plantar, so that's it's in his foot, right? So that's not ankle, right? I'm not a medical expert, so ankle, foot. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. What's up, Clay? What's up, my guy? But yeah, definitely keep an eye on Amari Cooper. But he was asked a few questions about Ezekiel Elliott, saying that Zeke looks great. Zeke also did a post-practice interview. So I guess Zeke is now down at 218 pounds, right? So he's saying he's the leanest he's ever been. Going into Ohio State, he's about that same weight. So, you know, Zeke kind of heard the talks and the whispers about he was too big or too hefty. So he was really making a focus to drop that weight. Now, when you're the size of Zeke, right, you're still going to have that muscle there. It's just really just getting lean. Now, here's what I worry about, y'all, when it comes to Ezekiel Elliott. Right, when Ezekiel Elliott goes out there and he doesn't get a first down or he gets stopped short, what is all these Zeke haters going to say? Go ahead and comment in the chat. He lost too much weight. So Zeke is really in a lose-lose situation. And I said this last year, when it comes to Ezekiel Elliott, I don't think his setback season, due to him performing the way he did last year, wasn't due to his ability. Right, I feel like the things going on with the offensive line, injuries to Zach, it really just took a toll on Zeke as a whole. And so I really wasn't concerned about Zeke's ability, right? It's just, mentally when he started going to that little fumbling stage, right? But Zeke's going to be a dominant running back. Like I said, the kind of over under as far as the conversation was, does he get 1,600 yards? I think we spoke about that last night. Salute to my guy, BJ Nix in the house and Star Gang. We talked about 1,600, I believe. And I feel like Zeke can actually just back into 1,400 yards. 1,600, okay, but 14, he can definitely do that. So I was never really worried about Zeke's, health-wise, as far as his size, because Zeke is kind of that hammer, right? He's that, he likes to be that battering ram, and that's what the Dallas Cowboys use him for. So you want to have some size to him, but it looks like he's been hearing things about his burst, and so he wanted to get lean. And also, if you look at Zeke's training style, right, it's all about the burst and all about the quick plays and quick feet. And actually today in camp, when I was watching live in camp, there was a play where he, I don't think it wasn't a design counter, because he dove out to the right. He was going off tackle to the right, and the defense flowed, and he's cut on a dime and cut back left for the yardage. And everyone was like, yeah, Zeke is back, man. So, Zeke is definitely looking lean and mean from what I've seen today in camp. Now, he did have a play where he broke off for a run, and he slipped and fell back, and my heart stopped. right? But for the most part, man, Zeke is looking better than what he did last year. So I think there's a lot of optimism when it comes to Ezekiel Elliott and his 2021 season. And Mike McCarthy's talked about he's been in the quarterback room. He's been asking questions. He's really taking on that veteran leadership, because you got to think about it. At this point in time, Zeke is that veteran. Dak and Zeke are no longer these kids, these little lovable, kids. They are the guys. They're getting paid big top money, so they're coming in to really lead this team to the next level. And I think Ezekiel Elliott is prepared to do that. He also talked about the pace of practice. They were asking about the pace of practice, and he said, even though they're not going to have on pads today, they wanted to have a up-tempo style practice. And if you watch the practice, out there, they were definitely playing, high pace, high tempo. And so they did 7-on-7 drills. They even did 11-on-11 drills out the gate, man. So you saw players flying around, making plays. The pace felt footballish. I thought first day it was going to kind of be like walking around and stretches here and there and kind of walkthroughs. No, there was a lot of tempo at practice, and Mike McCarthy said that earlier this morning. That is definitely what he wanted to do, and I think they accomplished that. They asked about the fundamental work as far as turnovers are concerned. He said, of course, turnovers are always going to be a concern. He said, as far as Zeke is concerned, though, he's not really worried about it. It's just fundamental elements, getting back to the basics of football. And, he doesn't see any issues with Zeke as far as the filming carrying over into the 2021 season. But he also said that players have to be aware of things going on and making sure that they're getting on top of the ball and that they're diving for plays and different things like that. And from a defensive perspective, right, they're going to come out, try to punch the ball out, make plays. They wanted to focus on players who have a knack of getting that ball out. And like we said in our video the other day, right, turnover margin, right? It's an important winning factor, right? And so that's what Mike McCarthy wants to focus on. Defensively, getting the ball back, and offensively, controlling the ball and protecting the ball, man. So, he also had mentioned about concept over formation, because the question was asked, I think they were asking about Blake Jarwin coming back. So Blake Jarwin practiced today, which we'll dive into here soon. Blake Jarwin practiced today. Also, Dalton Schultz was out there. So they're asking about 11 formation, 12 formation, 22, how to utilize Tony Pollard. And Mike McCarthy said he's really not focused on, personnel, right? He's really focused on concept, like conceptual football and the scheme. So that way Dak, doesn't have to worry about who's out on the field, a variety of different things like that. Just grasping the concepts versus over, what's the formation in different schemes. So that way they're able to attack whichever defense is out there and keep the defense off balance. And as you kind of see what we have in house currently with Tony Pollard, you can shift from a 2 running back formation into pretty much 11 personnel, because technically you can use Tony Pollard in the slot as a wide receiver to create those mismatches. And so, that's something I want to keep my eye on. I've been banging the desk for quite some time, is have Zeke and Tony Pollard on the field at the same time. It works, and it creates a lot of confusion. So if there's something kind of going on with Amari Cooper, you'll probably definitely see Tony Pollard get a lot of reps at the wide receiver slot, because you can move him in motion and you can get really creative when having Tony Pollard out there on the field. So that was pretty much from the takeaway standpoint from Mike McCarthy's interviews. Like I said, I preferred this interview a lot more than having Jerry up there and Steven up there. Like, Mike McCarthy was very to the fact. He answered the questions. He stood up there like a head coach is supposed to, and he spoke about football, and he got to it, man. So I'm as excited about that. And then the fun begins. Like I said, practice kicked off at 11 a.m. in Oxnard, California. Tons of Cowboys fans there. I saw some people I recognize out there, man, having a good old time, man. So like I said, I cannot wait to get out there at Oxnard. So if you're in Oxnard, where the call-in? Let me. I can probably do the call-in. Let me see if I can do the call-in, VJ. Hold on. Let me 1 second here. Let me see if I can get the call-in here, man. I tried to call in the other night, man. Yeah, but nobody was calling your boy. You know what I'm saying? So let's see here. Let me got the call-in number. Hold on. Let me get the call-in number. If y'all want to call in, let's call in. Let's do it. Like I said, man, I'm excited to have football back, man. And I'm ready to go. So let's see here. Call-in number. Let's do this. Let's do that. And let's do this here. All right, hold on. right. So go ahead, call in. Let's see if this works. Let's try this thing out. Who wants to be the CFO gang's very first caller, man? What's up, Sadiq? I see you. What's going on? What's up, everybody in the chat? We're going to get to y'all questions here, too. But somebody call in. Because every time I post a call-in number, nobody wants to call in. So I end up just shutting it down. Because it's more, you know what I'm saying, more money, more problems, right? But yeah, man, it was good to see a lot of Cowboys fans out there jerseyed up, celebrating, clapping, man. Like I said, my guy West Coast was out there, you know, having a good old time, man. You know, I saw some people I kind of recognized out there. So I will officially be at camp on next Friday. Well, they're not having practice. So next weekend, I will be at camp reporting live out there, man. So definitely stay tuned for that. We're going to have fun out there, man. Like, I can't wait. Like, hell, I wanted to kind of just book my flight and go out there now. It looks so much fun. But salute to everyone who's keeping me informed and giving me that insight. So the first thing I want to dive into, right? Dak, Dakota Rain Prescott, y'all. He's back. Dak looked good, man. Dak was actually rolling outside the pocket. He was actually out there catching route. He was running routes, man, catching passes. Like, he was out there dancing, having fun. So, you know, they did a drill when Dak had to actually roll outside the pocket, and like he had to like roll out, and like they were doing 7-on-7 drills, right? And I was kind of looking at his foot movement, like, was it lingering? Was he kind of limping a little bit? And I was like, nah, I didn't see any hesitation from Dak. Now, of course, they didn't have pads on. They pretty much just had their on just, you know, their workout gear, right? So nothing too crazy. But to see Dak moving, to see him dancing around, to see him actually making throws, and he threw a strike, man. He threw a dot. And I was like, bro, that feels so good to see Dak Prescott back, man, moving around the pocket, striking downfield. Now, he didn't attempt too many down the field throws, but the one he did, he looked just like he did pre-injury, man. So from Cowboys fans' perspective, man, you got to be excited about what you saw from Dak Prescott. And, man, it just makes me call in. Who we got? Let's see here. We got our first caller. Let's see. Caller, state your name, where you're from. Let me know if y'all can hear him. Yo, can you hear me? Oh, actually, now I'm muted. Oh, no. Hey, caller, state your name, where you from? Hey, what's going on? Who we got? Hey, what's going on, Deacon? How you doing? The very first, so shout out to Sadiqa, very first caller on the CFO channel. So yeah, appreciate you. So let me know how you feeling today about seeing the guys back at camp. It feels like football. How you feeling right now?
I cannot wait.
There we go.
I want to see them I don't like the what do people Buccaneers. I don't like them.
Right. Hold on.
I don't like that Tom Brady. I never did like him.
Hold on, Deacon. They said they can't hear you. Hold on. Let me see. Can y'all still not hear? No, still cannot hear. All right, okay, we're good now. We got Deacon on the line.
Okay.
All right, we good. Here we go.
Okay.
All right, so how you feeling about the season again?
I don't like Tom Brady. I never did like him. Never did.
Right.
And because to me, he's nothing. To me, he's too cocky for me.
Uh-huh.
And he think his shit don't stink.
Right.
So when they get out there and play them boys in August, I want to see Parsons put him on his butt.
Right.
Let him eat some grass.
Right. Exactly. I agree. And I'll say this, and I said this on Twitter earlier, Dika. I do not want to be victim, because we all know after Tom Brady wins a game, he goes on Instagram and he kind of does his little arrogant, 1-0 and all that. I do not want that to be on the Dallas Cowboys' behalf, right? I want us to go down there to Tampa, handle business, and I feel like if the Cowboys go down there and handle business versus the Bucs, we're going to put the NFL on notice, and people are going to start giving us the proper respect. Because I feel like right now, a lot of people around the NFL are kind of slighting the Cowboys, and so I want to go down to Tampa. I'm going to be down there. And I know a lot of Cowboys fans, we're gonna be down there turned up. And so, I want us to go down there, handle the Bucs on their opening night in front of the entire world, and put the NFL on notice. So I can't wait, man. But I feel like with what we have right now, we're more than capable.
Right. And you know what? Because they're gonna set a whole lot of people up. They're gonna set them all up.
Right. Exactly.
They're going to shut them down, shut them up, especially what's that boy named Stephen A. I can't stand his behind these.
Yeah, Stephen A. Yeah. You know,
Him and that, what's the other, that one of them, he's like a puppet.
Skip or Max. Yeah, they all little puppets over there. They, you know what I'm saying? They talk about the Cowboys just for ratings. Yeah, exactly. But we gonna be all right, Cowboys fam. Like I feel good about this season, and I feel good about what I saw today. We're off to a good start. Having our team back healthy is gonna make a difference. So I can't wait to get this season started. The quest for 6 begins now.
Exactly. Well, thank you for accepting my call. I don't want to hold the line. You might want to be trying to call in, because I think Matt might be trying to call in.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you for calling in, being CFO's first caller. I appreciate you. It works.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. All right. We got another caller. Let's see here. Hold on. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. All right, caller. State your name and where you from.
Hey, man, this is Nick from Texas. How you doing?
Hey, Nick, how's it going, my guy?
Not bad at all, man. I'm really excited that we get to have some normalcy for this off season, because these rookies really need it. Mm-hmm. So I'm just excited, man.
Yeah, like I said, we missed this last year. I know for a lot of fans, we were just hoping just to have a season, but to have camp, to see fans at camp, and the way that they have it structured, to be honest with you guys, so they have the practice field, and then they have like an area around it is for the direct media with the media passes, and then they have another fence where the fans are. So, you know, I don't think they're going to have the interaction like they usually have at Oxnard, where, you know, fans can shake hands and get autographs and do all that stuff due to COVID. But for the most part, you know, you're able to kind of see and walk around, and it just really felt good to kind of see fans back at camp. It's kind of what Jerry was speaking about yesterday, right? He was like, it just feels good to be back here, so I'm definitely excited. You got any questions, man, or just how you feeling about the upcoming season?
Oh, man, I mean, I'm really excited about the offense. I don't really have any questions about that. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think we saw what we needed to see from them last year before everything went to hell. Mm-hmm. I'm really excited that we strengthened the middle of our defense, our defensive tackles. I mean, I know a lot of people like Jalen, but he cannot move laterally. So I didn't want to spend the first pick on a linebacker, mm-hmm. but at least we upgraded. And even if just Diggs gets better, our secondary is better, and I think Kazee is going to really help. We finally have a free safety that can catch the ball.
Right.
So I'm really excited. And what are your thoughts on this new defense that Quinn is going to implement?
Yeah, so we did a live show. Shouts out to my guy Nix and Bluff City and Professor O. We did a show. I forgot what day. I think it was Monday night, right? Explaining about Dan Quinn's scheme. So definitely check that out. But I think it's going to help. And we saw earlier on today, Dan Quinn was out there. He was teaching. And you were already seeing the defensive players and the team actually rally around Dan Quinn. So it was really exciting to see. And I think what this scheme is really going to be, Nick, it's going to simplify things. And kind of, we'll dive into it here in a second. But as far as the linebackers concerned, Micah Parsons, y'all, he is just a raw athlete. There was a play, and if this was a live game, he probably would have set Dak Prescott down, because he came screaming off that edge, and Dak was like unprotected from the blind side. Like, he could have laid Dak out. So I feel like what Dan Quinn is going to do, he's going to put Micah Parsons out there versus Tampa Bay and say, you know what your job is? Go get Tom Brady. That's it. That's it. And so I feel like what this scheme is going to do is going to simplify things for the defensive players, and they're going to use their true ability. Just go see ball, get ball. That's the model for this year, and I'm very hopeful it's going to be a lot better than what we saw last year.
Oh, man, that's awesome. It's reassuring to hear coming from you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
One quick thing. Do you think Jabril Cox is going to turn into a complete linebacker, or is just coverage going to be his thing? I mean, I know Fred Warner just signed that huge deal, and mm-hmm. he didn't come in really with all the tools. So I know that's a high bar to compare him to, but is that something that he could turn into?
I think he can emerge into it. I think right now Jabril Cox is kind of like that hybrid right now, safety / linebacker. And so, how is he really going to fit this year? It's going to be hard to see how he fits. I think eventually he's going to be that will linebacker who can be kind of your coverage guy, but also can come up there and play in the box as well and do a little bit of both. And so, I'm excited about Jabril Cox. He was one of those picks that I was excited about. Like I said, I'm here in Kansas City actually, and so Jabril Cox played high school football here in Raytown. So we heard great things about him coming up, and I'm just ecstatic to see what they're going to do with them. Will it be this year? I'm not really sure, though. I would like to see him this year, but I think more next year and the following years we'll really see Jabril Cox emerge.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a special teams beast this year, hopefully anyway, if he gets the playing time. But with the writing on the wall with the two other linebackers we have, I think he can push for at least a small role, a snap or two here or there. So
exactly.
Thanks for your time, man. I
appreciate you. I appreciate you, my man, for calling in. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys.
There we go. All right, we got another caller on the line. Let's see here. All right, caller, state your name, where you're from.
Man, you know what it is, cuzzo.
Oh, BJ Nick's in the house.
In the building.
What's going on, my guy?
Man, come on, man. This day one of the daggum camp, man. It's like dopamine on overload. It's like pure uncut right now for your boy.
You drunk on Kool-Aid, man. It's all right. Get your
Kool-Aid
cups.
I'm on all the Kool-Aid. I'm on all the Kool-Aid. Nation Rock's going to the Pro Bowl. I'm jumping gas.
I will say this though. When it comes to Nation Wright, he's up a few points. He's up a few points, and y'all, and I'm a man of my word, y'all. Here it is. That draft book, I still got it. I still got it. Like I said, if he turns out to be a Pro Bowler this year, man, I'm going to eat this draft book, man. But, I mean, he was looking very explosive in camp, and it looks like he's been tending to work. When they were doing 7-on-7 drills, I'm sure you saw it. He made a great break on an underneath ball, and then they tried to go over the top, man, and he used his size and athleticism to go get the jump, man. So, Nation Wright, he's up for, man.
Yeah, and right, you had one where he was manned up on the comeback, right, and then the other one, he's playing zone, gets back in the deep third there, makes the play. So yeah, I mean, great day for him. There's some things that Boss Man did as well.
Right.
That's just not as hype, but he was there. But real quick, I ain't gonna hold the line too long. Let people get these calls in. I just want to drop this. A lot of play action and a lot of rollouts today. A lot of the Dak highlights we saw was a lot of getting him off of the point. Yeah. The same drop backs, getting the quarterbacks, not just him, the other quarterbacks as well, right? A lot of movement with the quarterbacks rolling out. I thought that was intriguing the first day of camp. Something obviously we didn't get to see a lot last year,
right?
But maybe something we're going to get to see a little bit more of with Dak. And of course, I think the big thing that it says when it comes to Dak, right, is there's no limitations with the ankle.
Yeah, like I said earlier,
right?
Yeah, exactly. He was fully a go. Like I said, he was dancing, moving. He was even running routes. He was catching you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like he was hesitant with anything. Dak was out there being Dak, which I said is like, man, it was a sigh of relief. And then also, I know your guy, Randy Gregory, man. So Randy Gregory was out there making great plays, showing great versatility, great bend, man. So
14 on him. And my other thing, and I'll get out of here. Yeah, you already know, 14 sacks. I'm on deck for 14 sacks for Gregory. We did that last night. But my last thing I'll get out here so you get some more callers in this thing is that Dan Quinn and the impact. We talked about that a ton during the offseason with the Ruxell Star game. I've said it time and time again, it was the biggest free agent acquisition. Seeing him work with different guys at every single level, one, right? Seeing him work with Micah Parsons after the draft, after the camp, after practice, two, and then took about 10 minutes is the report from McCarthy Wright saying, hey, he told them about how important it was to take notes, right, whenever you're not in between reps or whatever, and even had some Run DMC playing and let them write notes as quick as they can about what was going on in the song to get them, again, teaching, not coaching, but teaching, and that's going to have a huge impact, I think, especially on these young guys. So I'm going to get up out of here, brother. I'm at work.
Yeah, you also saw after practice, Dan Quinn and Micah Parsons was out there working on pass rush moves. And so, teaching.
Oh, hey, real quick, and me, you, and Matt O, and even go back to the Tuesday cast with Bluff, we try to tell people about Jalen.
Yeah.
Hey, he's going to play more than y'all think.
Yeah, so to kind of give you guys some insight, so the starting linebackers was Jalen Smith and LVE to start off. I'm originally, because of course they started off in like a 4-2-5, which we've been saying, right? And then Parsons and Neal came in with the second team, but they had Neal playing the Mike linebacker, and they had Parsons playing Sam. Then they went to a 3 linebacker scheme in the 4-3, and they had Jalen at the middle. They had LVE. It was actually, LVE was on the wheel, and then they had Micah Parsons at the Sam over the tight end. So, yeah, I mean, so there's a lot of different looks that they're going to probably toss out there, but Jalen Smith, he's still out there, man. He's still fighting for his job, and he made some plays. He was out there. He was, flying to the ball, and so Jalen was being Jalen, so we have to definitely see how this all unfolds, man, but I don't think Jalen's going to go easy like some Cowboys fans believe.
That part. But that was saying, brother, appreciate you having me on real quick.
Yeah.
I know you got some probably people back up in the queue. I'm going to get up out of here. Let's get to these calls, man. I'm still at work. I'm still watching you, though.
All right. Appreciate you, my guy. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Keep calling in. We got the caller. Like, the line works. The line works. Salute to Sadiq for showing us the actual line works, right? But, yeah, now besides that, we spoke about Dak's health. Micah Parsons is an absolute animal. Like I said, there was a play where he came screaming off that edge, y'all. And people got to understand, Micah Parsons was borderline a running back going into Penn State. So he just has freakishly athleticism there, man. So it's like when you look at Micah Parsons and what he can bring to this team, it's a different dynamic, which you definitely have to be excited about. Nahshon Wright, so the cornerbacks, and also keep the questions coming in the chat. Like I said, this is for y'all, man. We're just going to sit back and talk Cowboys football. I didn't have this planned or scripted. I just had to hop on because I'm excited as hell, to be honest with you. Nahshon Wright, so they were doing 7-on-7 drills. He made a great play, like I said, on a comeback route. And with his frame, right, for him to be able to break like that and come back on that route, it was great. And then they tried to go over the top a few times. Yeah, it works. Yeah, call in. They tried to make a good play over the top, and Nahshon Wright was able to go up, use that size and athleticism, and go get that ball out the air. It's which we definitely like. Bossman made a few plays, y'all. So Bossman wasn't no slouch either. Now he didn't stand out as much, okay, as Nahshon Wright, but Bossman did have a great first day of camp, right? He did do a decent job. They tested him on a deep ball. I think it was with Noah Brown. He was able to make the play there, get the incomplete pass. And so, he's going to be one of those guys that kind of gets in the rhythm. But like I said, if you're kind of looking at it from a point perspective right now, I would say Nahshon Wright's up a few points because Bossman didn't have, rookie the OTAs, the veteran OTAs. So he's kind of just coming in, getting accustomed to everything. But I'll tell you one corner who played solid today, though. Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown plays solid today. He had a good camp. Oh, we got another caller. Let's go here. Caller, hold up. Let me get you in here, caller. Hey, caller, go ahead and state your name and where you're from.
Hey, Tuck, what's up? It's Professor O.
Hey, what's going on, my guy?
Oh, not much, man. Just excited about camp. Just want to give you a quick shout out, man. I appreciate everything you do. If you are watching right now and you're not sub to him, maybe you're trying to get into working out, J Tuck does that. Maybe you're a morning person, he posts in the morning. Maybe you're a night owl, we post at night. So definitely sub if you haven't already, and check out the new merch. I just want to talk about camp, man. So all of us yesterday were jacked up on Jerry Jones, jacked up on the sunglass fiasco, and that was kind of like the talking points yesterday. Then today we get Dak out there, get to see our captain, number 4, back out there. Not only he's out there, he's moving, looks smooth. If you heard West Coast, he said you would never know he even had an injury.
Right.
That was exciting.
Right.
Then we get Wright suddenly 3 pass breakups, an interception, making plays on the ball. And then I'm excited about that. And then suddenly we start hearing the Parsons noise. Parsons made La'el Collins look like Terrence Steele. Think about that for a second.
He did. He did.
He did. And I'm not over exaggerating. Try to find the clip if you haven't seen it. It's on Twitter. I'm sure Tuck can probably post it for you guys. But yeah, man, I'm excited. Like I'm trying not to drink this Kool-Aid and be too excited. Like I'm not saying Super Bowl or anything, but I'm just saying Tampa better watch out week 1. I'll put it that way.
Listen, Cowboys fam, do not be ashamed to drink the Kool-Aid. It's okay. Go ahead and drink the Kool-Aid. And if we're all drunk and hungover by week 3 and we're like, oh, this Kool-Aid is nasty, we'll spit it out. Because right now, everyone drink up on cups. Like I said, from what I saw, like you said about Parsons, man, like Bro, like he came screaming off that edge. And then you add that with Randy Gregory, the type of bend he was getting, you know, it's just like, okay, then when you get DeMarcus Lawrence back, now you're starting to think, all right, we can be on to something, right? We can be on to something, man, and really have an impact defensively, which I'm definitely excited about. And you mentioned about Dak being back from injury. Another guy who came back from injury, y'all, who you couldn't tell who's been injured, Blake Jarwin. Blake Jarwin was out there snatching balls out the air. He was moving effectively. His routes were crisp. Like, Blake Jarwin looked like there was no injury that ever occurred, man. So, you know, he wasn't on the ineligible to practice. Like, he practiced today. He was out there making plays. So you get Dak back. You get Blake Jarwin back. It just adds so much weaponry back to this team. You can't help but to get excited. I don't know how you can call yourself, Professor O, a Cowboys fan and not feel excited today.
Right. And then not only that, but we're back in action, and things that we all thought we knew may not be the case, right? So there's a lot of talk about Parsons being Mike. A lot of fans kind of gravitated towards that.
Right.
Nope. He was playing Sam. He was playing defensive end. How about Keanu O'Neal? A lot of people are like, maybe he's our strong safety. Maybe he's going to play Will. Nope. He was playing Mike.
Right.
So that's why I'm glad it's back, because if you're on Twitter, there's so many good media people for the Cowboys that are posting tweets nonstop. So there's like a continuous stream of information, and it's kind of hard to keep up with it, but that's a good thing about shows like this. We pay attention during the workday as much as we can, and then we'll highlight it afterwards for you guys.
Exactly.
But
That's what we do.
I got to jump off. I'm on dad duty, holding the baby right now, so I will let you go, and I'll tune back in.
All right. Appreciate you for calling in, my guy. Yeah, like I said, man, you really have to just take in, you know, all the notes and what you saw and put it together and give y'all the cheat sheet. That's what it's all about, man. But yeah, y'all, Blake Jarwin looked solid today at camp. He had a few big plays. Like I said, he was going up in the air. Where can you see the clips at? They're all on Twitter for the most part. So if you go on Twitter, you know, I've been resharing like crazy, trying to share as much as possible. But you know, you can probably see a few. I still want to get, I was watching the live stream when I was watching it, but I want to see a clip of that Parsons play, man, because I want to be able to explain to y'all visually what actually happened, how fast he came off the edge. So probably look on Twitter. And you can probably see some of those clips there, man. Appreciate that, Jesse, man. I appreciate all the support, man. Like I appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. I cannot say that enough for all your guys' support. Like I said, I do this for you. When I started this channel, it was all about just talking to Cowboys fans, you know, passionate Cowboys fans like myself, because I don't get to do that here in Kansas City, right? I can't go out and I can't go to the bar right now and talk camp, right? But now, you know, with you guys just joining in with me, man, I feel at home, man, so I do everything for you guys, man. I appreciate all the support. Another player that we, you know, we're kind of highly on this draft, Quinton Bohanna, and shout out to Quinton Bohanna, man. He just followed me on Twitter. Oh, hold up. We got a new caller. Hold on. Let me get you right. Caller. Hey, caller, state your name. Where are you from?
Hey, man, this is Jose Banks. I'm calling from Lawton, Oklahoma.
Hey, Jose, what's going on, my guy? How you doing, bro?
Hey, I'm good, man. Long time. I've been listening to you for a minute. I follow you on Facebook and everything.
Appreciate you.
I'm just happy football's back. I ain't got to really listen to see much today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to listen to a lot of the shows tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. One thing I wanted to say, man, is one thing I want to see from this defense is I want to see them play, well, actually from this whole team, I want to see them play borderline disrespectful.
Right.
I want to see this defense play with a chip on their shoulder because everybody's talking bad about, hold on, baby. Everybody's talking bad about the defense, and rightfully so. But I want, because everybody's talking about how explosive the offense is. All the defense got to do is not screw it up. So the defense needs to come out and play with some anger. They need to come out and feel like they're just totally disrespected.
Yeah.
And they got to come out with some anger and with some passion. And I mean, they can't come out like they've done something because ain't none of them have.
Right.
So I just want them to come out. I want the offense to come out on fire. And just play with fire all season. Never let up off gas. Never pump on the brakes, nothing, man. And
yeah,
that's
agree.
all I wanted to say, man.
And I agree with you, my guy. And I think what you're really going to get from that is that, one, the defense, especially the people, the rookies specifically who came in, they came in knowing how bad the Dallas Cowboys defense was, right? So they kind of have this like new sentiment that they're going to be the guys that kind of changes the face of this defense, right? And then the veterans who were there last year, they got embarrassed. And so they should have a chip on the shoulder. And then the third layer you got to think about, iron sharpens iron, right? So you got this explosive offense that's hitting you in the mouth every day. Eventually, you know what I'm saying, it's going to lift this defense up to their next level. And so I think that this defense is definitely going to take a leap forward, even just from our cornerback position, right? You know, I've been questioning the corners that we have, you know, whether it's going to be boss man Nahshon Wright or, you know, Anthony Brown and so on. But if you're going against Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, and Michael Gallup every day at practice, you got no choice but to get better, man. So I feel like, you know, as far as the defense is concerned, Dan Quinn's going to get us there. And if our offense does their job, man, we should be right in contention, bro.
Yeah, I feel you. I agree with you 100%. I wouldn't, another thing, man, don't sound so upset about AB having a good practice, man.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
You sound so disappointed.
Yeah, hey.
You sounded disappointed.
Yeah, I'm not, because a lot of people were saying, like, oh, Anthony Brown, like, here's my thing, y'all. Once we start football, fan favorites go out the window. I don't give a damn if it's me out there. If you performing, just perform. You know what I'm saying? So, the whole, didn't draft my guy or draft this guy, or I was like, nah, that's out the window. So if Anthony Brown goes out there and he takes the reins.
One of these times I actually want to try to look and start my own, but yeah, my own little stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely.
And stuff, but,
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
But
you know how to get in contact with me, bro. I'll definitely help, man. Like I'm the biggest advocate of anybody starting their own channel, because just last year I was on the opposite end of the side, right? And it was people telling me to start my own channel, man. So if you ever need help, reach out, bro. I got you.
Yeah, I got you, and I'll inbox you again on Twitter.
Okay.
And we'll talk politics.
All right, appreciate you, my guy.
Take it easy.
All right.
All right, bro.
All right. Yeah, keep calling in, man. Let's keep the ball rolling. Anthony Brown has to have a great camp to make this team, in my opinion. Yeah, and I think he might even know that, right? You know what I'm saying? So, he has to come in, have a great camp, and really ball out. Like I said, I don't think he gonna lose his spot easily. All right, we got another caller. Hold on. Yeah, keep them calls rolling. Hey, caller, state your name and where you from.
What's good, Jay Tuck? It's Byron at Columbia on Twitter. I've been taking a little siesta from the Twitter.
Hey.
But I have been keeping up with your channel, man. I'm loving what you're putting out. Just felt I had to call in and just, man, I just got a picture of Kool-Aid just cooling. It's only day one. I'm trying not to sip it, man.
Get your cup out, bro. Get your cup. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I need to make a house party. Me, you know what I'm saying? Back when they were pouring up all the Kool-Aid, like, oh, you need to pour all that damn sugar. Hey, pour all that sugar in that Kool-Aid pitcher, man, and let's get drunk off this Kool-Aid, man. You gotta be excited right now, bro.
Man, I tried not to start the official countdown, but the official countdown has started.
Right.
These boys flying around. I understand it's just no pads, just shorts, and I get that. But, man, these boys are so far looking good.
Right.
I just want to say keep up the good work, man. I'm actually going to be up in KC for that Chiefs-Cowboys game.
Oh, definitely hit me. I'm going to be out there, man. So we're going to try to do something big for the fam out there, man. Tailgate and all that stuff. So definitely let me know, man. I'm trying to, gather everybody who's going to be here in town. So we definitely going to do it big, man. So definitely reach out to me when we get closer to that time.
Sounds good, Tug. Hey, keep up the good work, man.
Hey, I appreciate you, my guy. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys.
Yeah, man. I think I was talking about Quinton Bohanna. So Quinton Bohanna had a great play, man. He blew up the interior. Now, of course, Zeke still, got through because you can't take Zeke down to the ground, right? But if this was, full practice, he would have been in the backfield causing havoc. Like, he was a wrecking ball. And salute to Quinton Bohanna, man. He just followed me back on Twitter because I was like, bro, he has arrived. He has arrived, man. He's out there blowing stuff up. And so you gotta drink the Kool-Aid, y'all. Listen, like, literally, I've been trying to chill and kind of focus on other things for a little bit today. I couldn't, because as soon as the press conference happened, then the practice happened, like, everything's just been rolling, man. And I'm just ecstatic. Now, I'm not drunk enough off the Kool-Aid to go to the pro shop. I almost did, right? But, I kind of sobered up a little bit, like, Tuck, don't go to that pro shop. Don't go to the pro shop. I was like, all right, let me, and I just kind of glanced at the pro shop. I didn't buy nothing from the pro shop, man, but I'm drunk off of Kool-Aid right now. So like I said, I can't wait y'all to be out there at camp, man. Like I said, if you're going to be out there at camp, definitely hit me. You know what I'm saying? We got to link up, man. We're going to have some fun time. Salute to the people in the chat, man. I got my guy, Mike Tag. He said, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. Finally, we can get this season going. Yeah, exactly, my guy. Drink the Kool-Aid, man. Drink it all. Chug. Let's get some chugs in the chat. Chug. Stone Cold Steve Austin style with the Kool-Aid, man. What's up, guy? My guy Jonathan Soflo in the house. What's going on, bro? So you got Jim Laws in the house. I'm chugging that Kool-Aid. Chug. Yeah, Brian. I went window shopping. Well, actually, I was looking for that. If you follow me on Twitter, I'm trying to find. You remember in the draft, I forgot which round it was because the draft was all hazy, but there was a guy on stage, a Dallas Cowboys fan. He called in the pick, and he had the double-starred Darren Woodson jersey, and I did not know where the hell he found it. I don't know how he found it. Was it custom made or what? So I've been looking all day for that jersey, and so I went to the pro shop just to see. It wasn't there, but the pro shop had some other stuff there. I was like, oh, I can get that. I was like, nah, just chill, Tuck. I don't need the pro shop. Why? Because I got CowboysFansOnly.com, CFO gang, 10% off. Let's see. I believe Wright, Lewis, and Joseph may all eventually beat out Brown. Diggs is cornerback 1. Yeah, and so here was the thing. So, okay, make sure I got this right. So Nahshon Wright, he was playing the right cornerback position, so pretty much where Diggs plays. And Kelvin Joseph was playing on the opposite side with Anthony Brown. So how that's all going to work, or what does that really mean? I do not know. I think it's kind of just the rotation. But like I said, Nahshon Wright looked good. Anthony Brown had a great first day of camp. Bossman Fat didn't look too bad at his dang self. And so that's exciting to see from the secondary's perspective. Now, we did see Keanu O'Neal was out there. He played Mike linebacker. He also played some Will linebacker. Donovan Wilson was out there. But we saw a lot of J-Ron Curse. And I know Professor O, that's Professor O's guys, J-Ron Curse. He played free safety, and he also played some strong safety earlier on. So, it looks like he's going to be one of those versatile guys that they're going to move around. The one guy I didn't see much of, I didn't see Israel Mukuamu. I didn't see him out there. Now, maybe it's just, because I wasn't like I was up there up front, and maybe he was out there. I really didn't see him, but I didn't see Israel Mukuamu back there much at safety when they were doing 11-11. But I might be wrong on that. Let's see, who else did I see out there? Basham out there. So Basham was out there making plays off the edge. I saw someone ask earlier. So Chauncey Golston, he was one of those players that did not practice today as far as a rookie is concerned. I'm not really sure what Mike McCarthy said as far as what his rule of condition is. I don't think it's anything serious, but I didn't see Chauncey Golston was not out there at practice. I'm not sure how long he's going to be out. Yeah, why? What was it? Was it a knee? Mike McCarthy always so secret agenty. Let's see if they say why. Hold on, let me see if I got this. Hold on. Let's see. So Chauncey Golston, hamstring. It was a hamstring, right? Yeah, and Mendoza, I didn't hear or see much on Maurice Kennedy. I did see Reggie Robinson, though, out there. Reggie Robinson made a few plays. I didn't hear or see much about Kennedy out there. But yeah, so it was Amari Cooper, ankle, DeMarcus Lawrence back, nothing to be worried about. Tristan Hill, knee, of course. Greg Zuerlein. So Greg Zuerlein was out with the back injury. And so Nez Wilder, he was doing the kicking for field goals and also for punts. And then you had Chauncey Golston, it was a hamstring, Mitch Hyatt, knee. And then also my guy, TJ Vasher, did not practice today either. TJ Vasher didn't practice today. Now, I'll say this, as far as the wide receivers are concerned, there were a few drops. There was a few drops out there, that are kind of alarming. Michael Gallup had a few drops, and that's kind of been his, Michael Gallup had a few drops. Ced Wilson had a few drops. CeeDee Lamb made some catches, nothing too amazing. Noah Brown was decent today as well. And so for the wide receivers, I didn't see much from Simi. I didn't see any big plays from Simi because, of course, I was watching not 7-on-7, but I was watching 11-on-11 for the most part. That's the most important thing, right? I don't think Simi made any plays really in 11-on-11. So, I think tomorrow they are off. But then Saturday they report back to practice. And so, the whole atmosphere is different. And like I said, I've never been to camp. This is going to be my first time. It's actually going to be my first time in California, period. But I think that, the way they kind of changed is like, I think you used to like go onto the field after, if you're like friends and family, and kind of meet with players and, do that whole thing after the game. They didn't have that today. Like, as soon as practice was over, it's like, crowd, keep it moving. You got to go. Right. And so it was, it wasn't very a fan festival. It was just very business oriented. Got to practice, did your thing, and it was time to go after that, which was more than enough for me, man. It felt like football. They kept it football. I'm okay with that. Personally, would I like to have the fanfare and sign autographs and meet and shake hands? Yeah, but I feel like that sometimes is more of a distraction than Hard Knocks would be, right? I feel like that's more of a distraction because you got done with practice, and instead of having that extra after practice time that like Micah Parsons had with Coach Quinn, you got to go sign autographs. You got to take pictures. You got your family, your cousins, your aunties here wanting to shake hands and all that. Like, it's all right. Let's just focus on football. Do your job. Handle your practice. Get a few eels and nods from the crowd, and go back to your room. So, also, CeeDee Lamb had an interview this morning on 105.3 The Fan. CeeDee Lamb is locked in, man. Yeah, let's get those likes up, man. It costs you nothing to like, share, and comment, man. I appreciate all the support. CeeDee Lamb had a phone call interview with 105.3 The Fan this morning. He feels like he's in the best shape of his life. He's feeling like he's ready to lead and take over. He's like he's a completely different player than what he was last year. And he said that one of his big focuses was the yak, right? The yak, the yards after the catch. That's where he really focused on heavily this offseason, and that's why he wanted to put on more size to make sure that he's breaking more tackles, taking advantage of the opportunity he gets. He also mentioned who's been the most helpful for him since he's been in Dallas, and he said Dez Bryant. He said 88 Dez Bryant has been one of the most helpful people for him since he's been in Dallas. He said Dez is constantly talking to him, kind of walking through him what life is like to be the wide receiver and be that guy in Dallas. And so he's, definitely, appreciative of Dez Bryant. So that's good. He's also said he's talked to T.O. a few times as well, and also Michael Irvin, of course. But Dez has been the 88 voice for CeeDee Lamb. He also talked about, what else he talked about? Talked about Space Jam. How's it Space Jam 2 guy? He really didn't want. He's like, I can't compare, but he related more to Space Jam 2. But then you got to understand, he's a damn kid, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he's probably, LeBron and cartoon killing. All right, CD. But this is CD's second strike, y'all, because last year when he was drafted, he chose Batman over Iron Man, and then he just chose Space Jam 2 over Space Jam 1. That's 2 strikes, CD, bro. Like, that's 2. I'm watching you. Yeah, and then let's see here. What else he talked about? He kind of talked about, the whole vaccination situation. Hey, my guy BJ Nix, I appreciate the super chat. Pour up all that Kool-Aid. Chug. Yeah, man. So he talked about, the vaccinations and all that stuff, man. And, I want to say this, man. I know it's the player's perspective, what they want to do with their bodies is personally up to their discretion. But it's going to be a question that you're going to be asked frequently, especially with the new NFL rules that they just placed. And so I just hope that the NFL players are prepared, how they're going to handle it and how they're going to answer it. It's not our fault. It's the NFL putting these rules in place. I'm not here to pick sides and say what's right and what you shouldn't do or what you should do. You ultimately got to make the decisions. But it sounds like the NFL, they're not letting anything get in front of their money right now. And so this is the hardline facts, and it is what it is. I have a bold prediction. All right, Carlos. I have a bold prediction. Bossman Fat is leading the team in interceptions. How y'all feel about that? Y'all feel like Bossman Fat's going to lead the team in interceptions? How many, Carl? How many do you think that's going to be, Carlos? Let us know. Let us know. I would say. So how many picks did Diggs end up with last year? Was it 3 or 4 interceptions last year that Diggs ended up with? I'm trying to remember, but Yeah, I don't know if Bossman Fat is going to lead the league in lead the team in interceptions. Now, I would take that. I would take that, but I really need to see more of Kelvin Joseph, right? I need to see more of Kelvin Joseph and what he's going to bring to the team out there. But like I said, he had a decent day of practice. Like I said, he really didn't make any splash plays besides the play on Noah Brown, but yeah, so Tyrone Church said 3. So over or under, y'all. Let us know in the comments. 3 is over or under 3 for Bossman Fat to have 3 interceptions or more. I got Jim lost 3 interceptions and 2 interceptions in 1 game. I got Gerald saying 4 interceptions. So we got a 4 in the house. We got 3. Got Matt O on the KZ train. Got KZ with 7, which I would definitely take. Let's see. Under. Paul got to under. Let's see here. Quiet day for cornerback is a good thing though too. Yeah. Exactly. It wasn't got another caller. Let's see who got in caller, man. What's going on the line here? Let's see here. Hey, caller, state your name, where you're from.
Yo,
what's up?
Skywalker still.
Hey, Skywalker's in the building, man. We got Skywalker in the house. What's going on, my guy?
Hey, ain't shit, man. Just chilling, man. How are you?
Good, man. We drunk off of Kool-Aid over here, Sky, man. We excited, bro. How you feeling, man?
I see. But you know what? I'm not even mad at that. It's the first day of camp. Football's back in the air. Dak's out there. You got the shield. You got the new rattlesnake and Dak Prescott. I feel good too, so I ain't mad at you, man.
Right, yeah, man. So what were some of your takeaways, from the things you were getting from camp, man? How you feeling about today's first practice?
All I could do is take in what I've seen on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm gonna be there till next week.
Right.
But I like, we know what's crazy. There was a lot of Nation, and I made a video about it. Nation Wright, that's dope. I hope he continues to play well.
Right.
But I usually try to get too hype off of a little 10-second clip. But did you see Randy Gregory's dip?
Yeah, bro. That's what I was saying. Randy Gregory was out there working, bro, with that bend and that dip. I'm just like, yikes. Him and Parsons, man. Him and Parsons was like.
Yeah, that's the other one. I heard that he was coming off the edge very well. Then you saw Dan Quinn working with him to kind of get him in that pass rush mode as well. Mm. I think you're going to see Micah everywhere.
Right.
And I think that's the beauty of the pick is that he can do so many things and that Dan Quinn is actively working with him and everybody else. That's the difference between him and Mike Nolan. Mike Nolan didn't have the pad in his hand, hitting the guys, getting in the 3-tech, going head up with Quentin Bohanna.
Right.
He's not doing all that.
Right.
Quinn is actively working with these guys, and I think that's going to help develop the relationship with them, and they'll want to play for Dan Quinn.
Exactly.
Not play at Dan Quinn. Like, you know what I mean? Because
right.
I felt like Nolan was coaching at them. He wasn't coaching for or with them.
Right.
Therefore, the players are not going to play for or with Mike Nolan. But I definitely like to see Dan Quinn active like he was with those guys.
Yeah. Like I said, it was refreshing to see. And you can already see, like, the team rally around it. Like, he led the defensive line. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was very hands-on. Like I said, to see him and Parsons after practice going over drills, like, that's what it takes. It takes coaching. And last year, they didn't get that. I mean, hell, Mike Nolan set up in the booth the very first few games. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like what's going to happen with this defense, they are going to want to play for their coach. And that's what's exciting about it, man. They're going to want to rally around him. It felt like, and I said one of my key takeaways in my video yesterday, I didn't see a whole lot of confusion and pointing around. Like, it was a simplified scheme. They understood their role, and they were doing what they had to do.
You won't see a lot of confusion in that way with this scheme. Y'all broke it down, so I don't have to go into detail. You guys broke it down very well the other night. Shout out to Professor O, Bluff, DJ, and yourself on that. If you haven't seen that video, go check that out for those that want the details of the 4-3. But it's definitely going to be much more simplified, which means they're going to play much faster. And that's exactly what Dan Quinn stated when he was hired, is that they're going to play a little bit faster. Now, it's going to be multiple up front. I don't want people to get it twisted. Right. You're going to see some 3-4 implementation.
Because they went into a 3-4 today. They did go into a 3-4 today. Yeah,
they did, and they had the right people standing up. I tweeted that. I said you can already tell the difference in understanding of multiple. And Mike Nolan and Dan Quinn, where Mike Nolan was having DeMarcus Lawrence and Everson Griffin stand up, which was goofy. You see the correct people standing up, Terrell Basham, Michael Parsons, Randy Gregory. You see those guys standing up, which is the correct way.
Right.
But yeah, I think back to my multiple front thing, you'll see hopefully the offense be confused by the front. But I would argue that you will not see a lot of multiple crazy things on the back end.
Right.
Dan Quinn's 4-3 under system is not designed to do a lot of Dick LeBeau zone blitzing, Troy
it's not going to be too
Polamalu
exotic.
around, you don't know where he's going to be. Right. They're going to have an assignment. They're going to be at that assignment, and he's going to rely on that player's physical traits to make a play on the ball, and not necessarily elite level players. So when you think about Dan Quinn, right, he got really one elite level player in regards to blue chip player in that Legion of Boom situation, and that was Earl Thomas. Everyone else was middle of the road, 5th round picks, 4th round picks. Those are guys that have to develop. So yeah, he won't really necessarily need you to be Earl Thomas. He just needs you to fit in what he wants you to do. And the perfect example of that, to circle it all around, is Nahshon Wright.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like, he had a reason. Like, he saw what he wanted and he went and got it. And so he wants to coach Nahshon Wright. Like I said, for what I saw thus far from Nahshon Wright, Dan Quinn looks like he's knowing what he wants out of him. So, it still remains to be seen. But, like, the kid is putting in work.
Lots to go, Todd.
Huh?
Yeah, a lot to go before we can say, we're stamping Nahshon
Wright. Right. We're not going to stamp him, but he's on the right track.
He's on Zinger. He's on the right track. Absolutely.
Right. He's on the right track. He's on the right
track. And fans, subscribers have been getting me into this thought a little bit here. And I know you're big on Kelvin Joseph being a safety, but I'm wondering if it makes more sense if Nahshon Wright just performs well in his first year or two, that you put him opposite of Trevin Diggs and you move Kelvin Joseph in the slot. I'm coming around to that more because I'm not sold on Jay Lou and Anthony Brown long term in the slot.
Right.
Maybe Jay Lou for this year, but we've seen Jay Lou for 4 or 5 years. He is what he is, in my opinion, at this point. I'm ready to see if somebody else can be better.
Right.
And if that's Kelvin Joseph, I mean, he has the traits, man. He can play slot. He's quick enough.
Right.
He has the IQ. He's a ball hawk. He's physical.
Yeah.
I think he can blitz off the edge. I could see him sliding in the slot, and then you're putting Nahshon Wright out there at some point. Doesn't have to be this year.
Right.
And
but eventually
Diggs,
that could be the move. Yeah, because like I said, if Nahshon Wright emerges to what, Dan Quinn might think he is, then you're going to have 3 young corners out there that are going to find a way to play. So it's like, what they really think about Jay Lou and what they're going to do with him in the slot. But that's why I was thinking, to get them all 4 out there by moving possibly Kelvin Joseph to safety if you had to. But, it's going to be interesting to see how things really work with this secondary in the cornerback position. So they said no.
Yeah, I would like to see, if there's going to be a move from Kelvin, I would like to see it be in a slot as opposed to safety, but it's not like he doesn't have free safety ability. So, if that was the move, that'd be the move. But Tuck, for me, for the last number of years, I've been a guy that's been off that move everybody from corner to safety train. Just go get me a safety. That's just how I feel. Like, go get an actual safety. Stop trying to move corners. Not you, but the Cowboys.
Yeah, just trying
and I understand
projects.
It. I truly do, because we're so desperate for a safety. We're looking at anything, any and everyone to move back there and be the answer, as opposed to being another bridge player, which that's all we've had ever since, I'll say Roy Williams. It's a bunch of bridge players.
Right. There's a bunch of bridge players, some bunch of guys. That's why I've been trying to get my Darren Woodson jersey, folks. Like, that's the last one we really had. So it's like, yeah, man. So I didn't hear much or see much. Did you hear anything about Israel Mukuamu out there? I didn't hear anything, bro. Like,
I have not, and it's tough because I know a lot of people watched it on NFL Network. But that's something I would try to note when I get out there is, where these young guys like Mukuamu and guys like Bohanna and things like that, where are they in this rotation and how they're performing out there? Because I don't think they're going to record our entire practice every time. But hell, you never know NFL Network.
Right, exactly. It's like I said, for the most part, it's like I didn't see him out there. I saw Jaron Kearse in the rotation. He played free and also strong. And then I think saw someone ask about Bradley Nye. Bradley Nye was out there at the wide 9 getting a few reps. I think I tweeted that. So Bradley and Nye got some reps today. But I didn't see Israel Mukuamu. So like I said, I maybe have missed it because it wasn't like I was right up there, at the fence. So it was a good day for camp, bro. Like I said, I'm drunk off of Kool-Aid, and I know you're gonna be out there next week. I'm gonna be out there next week. I can't wait, man. But it looked like a fun time, bro. And we are here. We are here, bro.
It's here.
It's here. It's
Finally.
here. It's here, my guy. Well, hey, man. Since I got you on, man. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna say, man, I got you on, man. Salute to you, bro. Like I said, everything that you're doing, I know you're doing big things, man. Like I said, I can't say it's enough. I appreciate you. You kind of got me started here, man. So I appreciate all your support, my guy. And I look for big things for you this season. I know everybody's waiting for you to come back and drop that content, which I know you're gonna do next week, man. So it's on up in here, man. I can't wait to link up in person, bro, and we're gonna have some fun.
I appreciate you, good brother, for the kind words, man. You're doing your thing. You up next. I can already see
it.
Man, and I apologize for the absence, followers and subscribers and fans out there, Cowboys fans. I apologize for the absence, but this move has been you move across country, Tuck, it's tough.
Oh, yeah. I bet. I bet. Well, actually, bro, since I have you here, before I let you go, because are you from Harrisburg?
I am from I know Parsons.
Okay, so I dropped the video on, and I thought that was true, or you were either from there or close. But speak on, what is the culture like for everyone watching of Harrisburg, PA?
Oh, it's tight, man. It's tight. It's so funny when you see Micah wear the Harrisburg versus everybody. Mm-hmm. People that aren't from there, what the hell is a Harrisburg? What do you mean Harrisburg versus everybody? I ain't nobody.
Right.
Well, we in Harrisburg are a very, very tight city. We're right outside of Philly, not too far from Baltimore, so we kind of get looked at as the afterthought inside of PA because you got Philly and you got Pittsburgh, but no one really understands that Harrisburg is the capital of Pennsylvania.
Right.
And when it comes to the sports, Micah's journey is very interesting because he didn't start off at Harrisburg High School. He started off elsewhere. There was a situation that happened, and really is a blessing in disguise to have him go to Harrisburg High because I think he was able to galvanize that city more than it's been galvanized since like 1998 when they won, or 2002 when they won the high school championship, high school basketball championship. But he really helped bring that city closer. They have a theme called 1K. It's a whole thing about being, one essentially in Harrisburg. But it's a tight-knit culture. That's why you see fans who are fans of the Eagles or the Steelers or the Giants or the Washingtons. They celebrated Michael Parsons,
right,
being drafted to the Dallas Cowboys.
right.
I love it because all y'all Eagle fans gotta eat it.
Right.
Y'all all gotta root for Micah.
Right.
And it's the reverse that happened to me, where Shady, LaShawn McCoy, childhood friend, real good friend of mine growing up on 15th Street, gets drafted by the Eagles. I was sick.
Right.
I was absolutely sick because I'm like, I can't root for you on game days, bro. Like, I can't do it because you play for the Eagles.
Right.
But I root for your overall success. But when you play us, I
can't do it. I can't do it. And like I said, I was talking about in the video about Micah Parsons' competitive, his competitiveness that he has. And like there was a video on Dallas Morning News that kind of went through Harrisburg, PA. That's what kind of triggered it. But they said today, we all know that him and Amari Cooper have been going back and forth with the whole chess thing. Well, Amari Cooper's been up on Micah Parsons in chess. So today, Micah Parsons brought Connect Four. It's like, you ain't been beating me no Connect Four though. Like that's that type of mentality that Micah Parsons has. Like he just wants to win at something, man. And I definitely relate with that because I'm the same way. If I lose to you in 2K, you can't beat me in Madden. You know what I'm saying? So it's just gotta have that one-up spirit. So I definitely like that about Micah Parsons, man. And like I said, he was hauling off that edge, bro. And I can't wait to see what he does once the season starts.
Michael wants to be the best everywhere he goes.
Right. That's what they said.
I mean, from the time he was in middle school, and I told the story on my channel, and I'll tell it again at some point, but from the time he was in middle school, that's when I picked up Micah, and all the way till now, he just wants to be the best everywhere he goes. And he gets that, in my opinion, drive from his mom, because his mom, she worked a ton of jobs. You probably read the story and things like that. Deliver newspaper. I knew this kid was going to be special when I seen how good he was and how dedicated he was, and I'm sitting here delivering newspapers at 2:33 in the morning with his mom, and I'm just sitting here like, you know, you don't have to do this, Miss Sharice.
Right.
Like your son's going to the. She's like, I know, honey, I know, but yada yada yada. And I'm like, you know what, you're right. You know, your drive is what's driving your son to be great.
Right.
And that's why the first person he congratulates every time is his mom. So I feel like that's where he gets it from. Her and his sister.
Right. Right.
But I'm done talking your ears off, man.
Oh, you good, man. You good, my guy, man. You know you always got a seat on my channel, bro. At any time, bro. Like I said, once you get set up and linked back, man, you definitely got to have you on the show, and we gonna link up and talk once we get into the season, man. But like I said, salute to you and your move, and welcome. What have you had a Whataburger yet, man?
I've had Whataburger. I first had Whataburger last year when I came down here.
Okay.
And now Whataburger is like my new Chick-fil-A. So,
okay, there you go. There you go. So you official now, man. I saw you drinking Modelo's. You got the Whataburger. You officially a Texan now, man.
We're getting there. We're getting there, man.
Yeah. Hey, my guy. Well, I appreciate you. Like I said, when I'm down there, we're definitely gonna link up and we'll meet at camp, and we're gonna get it popping, my guy.
Yes, sir, man. You take care, bro.
All right, you too, bro.
Hey, hit me up later.
All right, I will.
All right, bro.
All right, that was the one and only Skywalker Steel, man. I appreciate my guy for calling in. I appreciate all of you guys for calling in. The phone lines work, so we're going to do that a lot more often on this channel. So like I said, y'all, I wanted to dive in, talk camp with everybody. I appreciate everyone's support. Jesse said, great video. I appreciate you. Kendra, what's going on, my girl? I would have to ask her, but she said it was a tough environment to grow up. Harrisburg, yeah, it kind of felt, it felt very blue collar when they were kind of talking about it. Jim Law said, I hate losing more than I love winning. My mom said I was a bad sport, always going for the juggler. Yep, that's me, Jim. I hate losing. Like I said, everyone's like, oh, it's football season. It's all football season. When I come on these shows after Saturday when my Noles lose and if the Cowboys lose on Sunday night, my whole week is ruined. Like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to do nothing. Like, I hate losing. I hate losing, man. And so I like players who hate losing because I definitely relate with that. Like, you want to get me mad, beat me in a video game, and then don't run it back. Like, that's like my biggest pet peeve. And my brother, he does that often. Like, he'll beat me in Madden and be like, nope, I'm done. Like, nah. But it's a funny thing, I do that to my son, my youngest son, and he gets mad the same way that I get do. So like father like son, man. So definitely how things roll, man. But I appreciate all the support, man. Everybody for chiming in, the donations, the likes, the subscriptions, the follows, the purchases from CFO Gang. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Like I said, it's football season, so everyone grab your Kool-Aid cups and pour up, man, because it's all up from here, man. Like, I can't wait. Like I said, I will be at camp next week, and I can't wait to meet some of y'all. I know we got some viewers out in Cali. They're like, Tuck, when you come out here, we got to link up. So all my viewers in Cali, I can't wait to meet with you guys. I'm going to be in Dallas at the first preseason game. I think that's the 21st. And so I'm going to be, like, pretty much starting next week, y'all, I'm going to be traveling for Cowboy stuff pretty much almost every week or every other week, man. So it's definitely going to be an up and down thing, man. I'm all booked up, reservations, all sorts of stuff, man. So I can't wait to be out there with y'all, man, and meet some of the fans. So we're definitely going to link up, CFO Gang. Like I said, just be excited. It's football season. No injuries, no whammies, knock on wood, man. And hopefully this quest for 6 is going to start, man. But I definitely believe in this team. I believe in the staff. I believe in what we currently have in place. Now it's time to really put it to action and put it on the field, man. So it's your boy Jay Tuck. I'm about to hop on. I got to hop on another show because once football season starts, man, people start booking me for podcasts and shows. And I'm even going to be doing a soccer show, a soccer podcast here soon, man. So, I'm all over the place. But here it is, man. It's go time. It's like I appreciate y'all supporting for rocking with me. And so it's your boy Jay Tuck. I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged.